In today's video, we're going to address premarital agreements. A common question we get is, do we really need a premarital agreement? I'm Jenny Bradley, founder of Triangle Smart Divorce, and we've helped hundreds of people with premarital agreements. Why would you want one? Well, marriage is a contract, and a lot of people would like to enter into a contract with financial clarity rather than leaving things up to decisions later. We do that when we buy a house. We do that when we enter a business partnership. We do that in virtually every other financial situation that we enter, but most people don't do it with marriage. And I know why. There's a large stigma around premarital agreements because we think we're saying our marriage is going to fail, so we should get this premarital agreement. Or we're saying we don't trust the other spouse, so that's why we need a premarital agreement. No, I think that's a bunch of false beliefs. Premarital agreements are smart. And here at Triangle Smart Divorce, we believe in helping people make smart decisions. So 40% of all marriages fail. That's the latest statistic that we have. Everyone dies. That statistic hasn't changed yet. So premarital agreements help you enter a marriage with clarity about finances and defining how you want your property to be divided if you die or if you divorce. And let's be clear about one thing. The state of North Carolina tells you how your property will be divided if you die or if you're divorced if you don't have a written agreement in place. So basically, by not having a written premarital agreement, you have an agreement. You just have an agreement to follow the laws of North Carolina. So, we believe that it's really important to have this conversation. It's not an easy conversation to have, we understand. But it's not a conversation about distrust. And it's not a conversation about setting yourself up for failure. It's a conversation to be had about the economic realities of entering into an economic partnership and about you both wanting to decide now how you want your estate to be divided, how you want your estate to be shared with your loved ones if you pass. That's what a premarital agreement is about. Lots of people entering into their second marriage understand the value of a premarital agreement because they want to dictate and they want to lay out how they wish for their assets to be divided, because they've already been through one divorce and they know how ugly it can be. It doesn't have to be, but how ugly it can be to be arguing about how assets are to be valued and divided. They also may have children from another relationship, and they understand that those children are very happy for them that they've moved on, but their children shouldn't necessarily be disinherited because that they've married again. And so they want to protect some of their legacy for their children. And that's another reason to enter into a premarital agreement, coupled with a really well-written estate plan. Lastly, some people think they don't need a premarital agreement because they don't have anything yet. But a premarital agreement doesn't only address assets you have now, but also can address assets that you obtain in the future. And so we're big proponents on entering into a relationship with financial clarity. And the reason for it is because we see so many people come to us who find themselves in a divorce situation because of bad communication about finances, of debt being racked up, of no common shared financial plan, of someone disinterested in building wealth and the other party is very interested in building wealth. And so if you can get on the same page to begin with, we think you can set yourself up for a long, healthy, successful marriage and hopefully never have to see a divorce lawyer and never have to have your prenup come into play because of a divorce. That's why we propose to everyone that we have represented in their divorce that they really should consider a prenup if they're considering getting married again. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, I've been divorced. I'm not going to do that again. We've heard that too. And trust me, some of you will change your mind about that. And so we think the best thing you can do for yourself and for your new spouse is to start off on the same page, moving in a direction together with similar goals and similar purpose, and have these conversations on the front end of a marriage instead of having really ugly, nasty conversations because you weren't on the same page to begin with, and that causing your marriage not to succeed. If you're interested in a premarital agreement to help you establish financial clarity as you go into a new relationship and you go into a new marriage, give our office a call. We'll be happy to talk to you and talk to you further about how you can bring this topic up with your fiancé.